Hey y'all, welcome to the first episode of the Boujee Homegirls podcast. We are so excited that you are here. I'm here with my sis, my twin, my business partner, my girl, Whitney, and we make up the Boujee Homegirls. So we're excited to have you guys on this journey. This has been a long time coming. We'll give you some backstory. And then, we'll dive into today's topic. But before we do that, make sure before all else, you do two things. Check the show notes and description box. That's where you'll find all the links, all the goodies, everything to our website, the brand, anything else that's going on. Check that section. Make sure you support, you click the links, and then also subscribe or follow on whatever platform you consume podcasts, whether it's YouTube, Apple, Spotify, what have you. Make sure that you are a part of our community so you don't miss any future episodes because it's lit. And y'all, we fought to be here right now. So if nothing else, just subscribe for that, okay? Because we listen. Whitney about to testify.
I got it. Listen, this is gonna turn into a testimony channel, okay? Broken connections to building up the kingdom. How God came in and swooped up and saved me from weariness, okay? Like from blue backgrounds to billionaire. Like what?
We literally, for the past few weeks, Whitney has been having this blue celestial background thing going on, looking like she's at the pearly gates. So we've been like, meet you at the crossroads.
It's so crazy. I thought it was a Google Meet issue. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I got this background. Like, it's just me and Rondelle. Like, we're on the meeting. Like, no worries. Now, mind you, this is the crazy part. I'm switching over from Zoom to Google Meet. So I'm like, okay. So we get on to record. And I'm like, maybe I just need to stay with Zoom because this blue background is just following me. Only to hop on over here to StreamYard, which I hope they sponsor us one day because they be.
Okay.
And then I still got the blue background. So I call my husband who's downstairs. I'm upstairs. I call him and I'm like, hey, like he's like very techie. So I'm like, hey, this blue background is like popping up. And so he's like trying to troubleshoot over the phone. And I'm like, now you can't troubleshoot over the phone. Just come up these stairs and see what's going on. Like I'm the type of person that you could just like tell me and I'm gonna get it. Whereas he's the type of person that has to see it. So I'm like, just come upstairs. Rondelle is like waiting patiently. I got him all on speakerphone. I like this girl talking to him crazy because I know him. So he's like Googling it. He's like, touch the man at the top or the person at the top. I'm like, there's no person at the top of my screen or toolbar or whatever. And so Rondelle seeing me fighting for my life. She's like, I don't know anything about MacBooks. So I'm like, oh my God. So he comes up here and he's just like clicking around. So he clicks the FaceTime button. And I said, you said it was a man. He was like, well, I guess it just changed. So it just changed. Okay. Right. So he clicks it. It says backgrounds and it's a blue background. So apparently on MacBooks, you can have like a background for all of your streaming video services. I did not know that. I'm pretty convinced that loving child of mine that is 3 years old, soon to be 4, I'm convinced he did it because he has this thing where he'll just like, he's like the annoying child where he just like pokes at you and you're like, stop, like, what are you doing? And you're like, I can't touch you. Like that. That's him. So he'll just run past my computer and like touch stuff. And I'm sure he did it. I cannot wait till he get home from school so I could be like, so then that's not it. I'm having internet issues. I never have internet issues. Okay. It is also raining today. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I checked. So my husband, again, he's a tech guy. So he has our internet set up where we have like our home, like, us, and then we have a guest. So I've been on a guest network. So I text him like, I'm having internet issues. He's like, I'm not experiencing internet issues. I didn't say you was. I said I was. Okay. Right. I didn't ask about you. I said me. So then I check it. So I log off. I'm like, oh, I'm on the guest.
She been fighting for her life, y'all.
That kid did it too. I'm blaming everything on him. I'm blaming every single thing on him. Okay. So this is where the petty comes in. Look, my baby catching strays, I am saved. I am sanctified, but baby, this is where the petty is coming in because what?
Yes. Like, it don't make no kind of sense. It don't make no kind of sense, y'all. We have been fighting all morning. And then like we had to do the intro several times because me and Whitney both have our own individual podcasts and businesses, but I'm her VA. We're also business partners. It's just like we're all tangled up in different things. And
We're in
so
an
I'm like,
entanglement, sis.
we're in an entanglement, but we love it here. Like this is the type of entanglement you want to be. But
Baby.
I'm like, I'm introducing the podcast. So like, welcome back. It's episode 1. Back? Like, y'all haven't even been here before. I was just like, my bad, y'all. Like, it's a lot going on. So we're gonna get it together. But I feel like you guys should subscribe and share this with at least 5
Yes.
people, just off the strength that we fought the good fight to be here for y'all today. I think that alone should be like, you know what? They really want to be here. They really want to
Yes.
give us a
Yes. Who was it that said, was it Trump that said people have died that have never died before? You remember that during COVID?
Like, what?
No, that's how I feel when you did the intro. Welcome back. I've never been here before.
Right? Like, this is
Yes,
definitely episode 1.
I thought he said that. I promise you, like that was all over the news outlets. That I gotta find it. That he was like, people have died that have never died before. What?
Like,
The grandma, the
died more than
baby. The grandma, the baby.
I'm trying to tell y'all, like, listen. So, you want to give them a backstory of how we got to the Boujee Homegirls? Because y'all, would you believe, first of all, that Whitney and I are only like 9 months into a friendship, and you would think that we like grew up together? It's crazy work. It's crazy.
I gotta take a commercial break. Hold on.
How are you gonna take a commercial break?
Baby, I'm multi-talented over here.
I'm weak. Okay, so while she's on her commercial break doing all the things, I'm gonna go ahead and start.
Okay, I'm back.
Right when I'm about to tell the backstory. Okay, so I'll start it off and then you can jump in. But we met in March of this year. And mind you, last year I went through the fire with friendship. So like Q4 of last year, I was like, no new friends. I'm good. Bump that. So we met Q1 of this year, towards the end of Q1, in another community we're a part of. And so I don't know how we initially connected. I think it was in the group, maybe just saying hello or whatever. But I don't know how we got each other's numbers. I don't know how we got this far deep, but but I know it was like an instant connection. Like, you know, you just meet people and it's just like boom, like wow, we just mesh, we get it. And then as we got to know each other, we realized like our lives have so many parallels, even from way back in the day before we even knew each other existed. And the crazy part is we were moving in the same circles for like 2 years. Like didn't even know it. So God is good to bring us together and just restore hope and friendship and all the things. But this Boujee Homegirl idea came about when she was in Atlanta in June. And so you want to tell them that part?
The part that I remember, Rondelle has a better memory than me. So y'all gonna get to see that throughout the podcast. Y'all gonna be like, dang, Rondelle is like very detailed. Whereas I'm like, fill in the blanks for yourself, okay? Like do what you will with that information. But yeah, so I was in Atlanta and I was there for a workshop, I will say. And so I came down and then our mutual friend, Naquandra, as well, she came down. So I actually met you and Naquandra and Amber all at the same time. Like we're all online friends, okay? And so so let me back up. So Amber had invited me. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so then Naquandra or some Amber invited me. But then she wasn't sure because she was like, oh, she's in Chicago. And Naquandra's like, oh, my girl will get on a plane and will. And so that's how that happened. So I got on the plane. So I told Rondelle. So we like, oh, you gotta do it. We did. So she picked me up from the airport. And I'm like, I hate Atlanta airport. Like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. Like, it's hot. But I like the heat. Now I do. But it was hot, y'all. Like when I say it was hot, it was hot. Okay, it was hot Atlanta for real. So then we went to, I think right off the plane, we went to go get a manicure and a pedicure, right? Yeah. Like, or did we just get pedicures? We went to the nail shop, whatever.
We did manicure, pedicure, yeah.
We did manicure, pedicure? Okay. Mm-hmm. So we did that or whatever, we like doing all the things because Naquandra was driving. So we were waiting on her to come. So then we went to go eat, blah, blah. So then after we get done eating, we're driving down the road and we're getting ready to go to Walmart. And I think as we're driving is when we just started talking about just like random stuff and businesses. And We were like, oh, the Boujee Homegirls. So basically, I don't know how long the ride was, but let's just say it was under 30 minutes, right? Because we
Yeah, it was
were
like 30, 35 minutes or so.
that's short for y'all that don't know. That's short for Atlanta
It
traffic
is.
because like why you be having to leave your house 5 hours early to get to the airport that's an hour away from your house. So ghetto. Anyway. So so 30, 35 minutes. So in 30, 35 minutes, we came up with this whole business idea. So Naquandra is the graphic designer. So we get out the car and we're like, Naquandra, we got an idea. We need a logo. All these things. So Naquandra, I don't even remember her facial expression, but she probably was like, what just happened? So we were in the car and we were talking about how like we're bougie, but it's like we're homegirls too, because we're really down to earth, but we like nice things. Like it's just because when people like low key back in the day, when people used to meet me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, like you're so stuck up." But then they would like get to know me, and they're like, "You're the coolest person ever." And I'm like, "Why would you think I was stuck up? Because I ain't talk to you." Like,
Right.
I'm really an introvert until you get to know me. But Rondelle and I are both what they call ambivert.
Yeah,
Is that what it's
ambivert.
called?
Yeah.
So, but it's different. So in the beginning, you'll meet me and you'll be like, "Oh, she cool. She want to talk. Like I'm gonna get to know her." Da, da, da. And then when I go home, I done blocked you or put you on do not disturb, right? Because I'm like, you
That's the
coming in too
pettiness.
hot. Yeah, like it was cool. Like it was cool, but y'all don't gotta invite me to y'all parties. Like I'm okay. I'm okay. But then Rondelle is more, you'll be like, dang, she's really quiet. But then where I drop off, she's going to pick up. And then
Yes.
she's going to be that person and be like, oh, da, da, da. So while she's socially butterflying, I'm in the background like, I just want to go home. But then when you meet me at first, you'll be like, dang, Rondelle, quiet. But she observing, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
See, that's prophetic right there, okay? You
Come
gotta
on.
have a friend, right? You gotta have a watchman.
Hey.
You know?
Listen, I'm about to get up and run around this room. They'll be like, where'd she go?
Hit on my white sheet.
Oh,
Let me
look,
out.
you got your cup of water to put.
Wait, I'm gonna sit here like the guest pastor.
I'm introducing to you today,
Yeah,
Whitney Cooper.
yeah. It took a lot for me to get here, but God is good. And giving honor to my family and God and my
Yes.
husband and yeah, and to my friend, and friendships, you gotta have a watchman because
Come on.
sometimes the Lord
Ah.
puts you at the front, but you need somebody to watch your back.
Hey.
And what they said about the watchmen, they don't sleep, they don't rest. Yeah, so long story short, we came up with the Boujee Homegirls, and this is
Yes.
exactly how our conversations go. So we hope you all enjoy our chaotic,
Hopefully
but
you're still here. How about that one?
hopefully you're still here by now, because maybe
you might be like, nah, they too much. Like, I don't know where this is going.
Listen, either you love it or you don't. We bring it back. We bring it back in. We bring it back in. But no, seriously though, Rondelle and I are I don't even know how to say it. We're good, like not parallels, but I don't know. Yeah, like we balance each other. Like where she's like really strong at is like I'm like, girl, that's you. Like you yeah, that's you. But we do have a good balance, and I hope you all enjoy the Boujee Homegirls because we have a lot for y'all. Oh, and if you didn't catch on, we are Christian women. Just in case you were wondering.
15 minutes in. Oh yeah, we do follow Christ.
We do follow Christ. We will open up the Bible on you. You're gonna get a little of this, a little of that, but overall, you're just gonna get our true, authentic selves. I mean, and sometimes it can get real authentic.
Oh yeah, like because one thing about it, two things for sure, we gonna say what other people might be scared to say. Like I know for us in our conversations, we'll be like, "Girl, I was thinking about this, that, and she's like, "Me too," or I'll be like, "Girl, you too." Like, so it's gonna be very real. It's gonna be very real, and that's just how it is, you know. That's just how it's gonna go.
Oh, and don't at me because I'm drinking Starbucks. Because I'm not a Starbucks drinker. Because this is a Marine Spirit, I believe. You know, the like
Oh
little
yeah, I was
symbol.
hearing people say that.
Yeah, I'm only drinking it because they have that tea, and it actually makes me feel a lot better. And for some reason, like I drink ginger tea and honey, but it's been making me very nauseous.
Mm,
So when I wanted some tea, this was the only tea. So I'm gonna figure out how to make it at home because I don't want to patronize them. I'm a Dunkin'
mm.
girl.
Me
Slap me.
too. I'm more of a Dunkin' girl as well. I can't really do coffee like that in general because it's gonna have me just all over the place, and tea just gets me really sleepy. So I'm not really a warm drink girly, but I have been this past week because I've been sick. So I've been drinking way more tea. But if I'm not
The
sick,
devil tried to take your throat, but
hey,
he
come
can't
on.
have it.
Look, now he really trying to take your because yesterday, y'all, I was sending her voice notes and I just kept coughing. It was a dry cough. It started off as a mucusy cough, then it's dry. I'm just like, I got my
I
cough
was
drops
so
right here.
worried. I was
Sponsor me,
so
bitch. Look, send us a check.
worried.
I done put y'all on.
Starbucks, don't send me no check. I don't want your blood
Okay,
money.
we don't. Dang, that escalated very quickly. Listen, they gonna have a cease and desist.
Really, we don't even be able to get through a full season before they like.
Listen, this has been the year of litigation. Like I said, people have been trying to sue us left and right. We ain't even made it yet, y'all, and people already trying to have us in the court. We clearly got to get an attorney team quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right. So if you want to do some work for us pro bono, holla at your girls because what girl getting sued copyright infringement? Huh?
Right? Like, what are you talking about?
That's
That's
the
another
petty coming
story.
out. I'm gonna
I
leave that.
know. I know. No, so let's get into it. Like, as believers, do you feel like it's a sin to be petty?
The Lord said, "Vengeance is mine."
Come on, bring it back to the scripture. That's the safe answer. That's the right
That's
answer.
the safe answer. That's the right answer. But you know, when what was it, Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. Sometimes
Yes.
when they go low, I'm gonna go lower. And then,
Listen.
it depends on the situation though, because I am a very petty person. And I think this
Girl,
year I have done so
you
well with
have for the
holding.
warfare you've been up against, baby. You have done amazing.
I have done amazing. Even in my home, I have not been as petty because it's like my petty radar be like, boop, 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 let's go, let's go. Be like, what? Like, I have, let me tell you, the pettiness in me, and I'm glad that I have done better because that literally has been my response. The Lord said, vengeance is mine.
This is true. This is very
That's
true.
the only thing that has truly, 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 truly kept me. Because when I tell you the things that I wanted to say, can I say them here or is that still being petty?
I
That
mean,
means it's not out of me
you
yet.
I'm like, you can say it. The girls want to know, but the Christian side of me is like, let's not do that on the air. The petty me is like, let's go. Hey.
Listen, because you want to say you don't like me, but you wearing my clothes in your profile
Ooh,
pictures.
ooh, wow. Yes. Come on now. Speak about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm just, and those are the things that I did without naming names. Those that
Yeah.
know. But those are the things that truthfully I wanted to say back and wanted to post back. But what would that have done for me?
That's so
If the
true.
Lord said, vengeance is mine.
That's
If
true.
he said, and he don't be lying. But what was that going to do for me? What does it do for you when you're petty, except send you into a cycle of rage, anger, all the things? Because at the end of the day, that person is probably sleeping well while you
Mhm.
over here like, what other read am I gonna do? Trying to
I know.
read people for filth. And that person like, oh, I done forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? Or that person
Mhm.
is walking around undiagnosed with a mental health problem and you trying to
That
be
part.
petty and argue with them or whatever.
Right.
And now the Lord done got you. The
I
Lord
know.
done got you because you didn't allow him to do what he needed to do. So
Mhm.
now, you know what they say, it took the Israelites how long to get to the promised land?
40 plus years, y'all. Should have been
Because
a couple weeks.
you wanted to be petty. God is like, oh, you want to be petty? I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you. Because God, you know what? I wonder if that's where them black mamas got that from. I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you.
You know what? I never even thought about that till you just said it. That probably might be it. Because you
That
know, a
might be
black mama
it.
don't say that.
Gonna say it every time, but for real, like that's really what happened. Like, I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you. So it's like one of those things where it's like, do I really want you to show me? Because I think I'm gonna just believe you on that one. Because
That's
I saw what
true.
had happened about 300,000 years ago or whatever. What had happened to them. So
Mm.
yeah, that's my
But
long answer.
I feel like there might be times where, not saying that it's okay, but like the Lord understands. Because sometimes you do kind of have to, like, in my opinion at least, you do kind of have to remind people sometimes. Be like, okay, you got the right one today. Type of thing. But I think
Yes.
there's levels to it though. So like as Whitney said earlier in the episode, when we're in crowds of people or just meeting folks or whatever, I'm typically the one that gets overlooked, to put it just bluntly, because I'm more observant. I'm more laid back at first. So with that comes a lot of underestimation. Like we're both the underdog in different situations, but initially I'm like the underdog in that sense. And so people underestimate me because of that. And I would, in my old flesh days, like where I was really just in my flesh, I would be so petty, like just with with my remarks, the way my energy is towards them, just all that. Now being
Sis. What was you doing?
like I would have the corporate read, the corporate classy clapbacks,
Oh,
like per my
yes.
last email energy. Yeah, I would I would have that kind of stuff. Or like if they if they ignored me in a group setting, if we got back in the next group setting, I would do the same thing, talk around them and make it very blaringly obvious, like I'm ignoring you and I hope you feel my wrath. Like I would I would really be on that type of stuff. But now, as a mature woman of God, okay, with
Come
bigger
on
fish to
now.
fry, I don't do that. I just more so show up and I just let my actions speak for itself. I let the work speak for itself. So like a big thing is I'm a VA. And I honestly feel like a lot of people don't know how skilled I am. And that's not a boast, but it is kind of a boast at the same time. Cause sometimes you sit and you like, I'm really that girl. Like I really be
You
doing
should have changed your name to that girl and I could be
you
your new
right.
sis. Because everybody wants to be like this.
You right. Next episode, we gonna do that. But I'm just like, I'm really like out here doing it, like changing the game. And so people would see what I do for others or like what God is doing through me. And then it's like, oh wow, like I didn't know you knew all of that, or I didn't know you were skilled in that way, or wow, like you really making moves. So when they see the steam behind me, now they want to jump on the bandwagon. I get a lot of bandwagoners in my life. Let me put it like that. Like, oh, so and so got so many benefits from being connected to her, or so and so experienced this. Let me now attach myself. People sleep on me. I was just telling Whitney this yesterday. I was like, I'm like that song you skip on the CD where you're like, I never heard the promo for this, never heard the snippet. The beat's not resonating with me right now. But then one night you just chilling and all of a sudden you really hear the song out and you're like, wow, like this song is dope. I can't believe I was skipping it all these months. That's how I am. So it's tempting to want to be petty. And I'm not gonna lie, I still am from time to time. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I still am from time to time, but it looks different now. It might just be like I said, I let my work and my actions and my attitude show for itself. So I'll be like, I'm trying to think. My pettiness now will probably be like killing them with kindness. Like I know someone doesn't care for me. I know they've been giving me weird energy, but I'm just like extra kind. I'm extra extra nice because I find it honestly it's a good route to take, but it's honestly kind of funny because they don't know how to receive it because they know their energy towards you has been weird. So yeah, that's how my pettiness looks these days. Killing with kindness, the corporate kindness. Maybe just a dash of nice nasty, just a sprinkle, just a boop. But I don't really let it get too far gone at this point because honestly, I just don't have the energy. I'm tired. Like there's a lot going on.
Girl. The older I'm nearing 40. sooner rather than later. And maybe the first sign of weird energy, and we're going to talk about this in another episode about like friendships and stuff. But I'm just at that age where I don't even have the strength to be petty, like as petty as I was back in the day. I'd be like, baby, I'm sleepy. I'm trying to go take a nap. Okay. If the girls that know, like I'll be trying to take a nap. So it's like, I just don't even have that energy to read. Like when I be watching the housewife shows, I'm like, y'all are my age or older and y'all still got the energy to read people. Now,
Listen,
don't get me wrong. If I need to, I will. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to let you just be like, boo out the bam on me. But if I need to, I absolutely will. You know what I'm saying? But just to like, I feel like some people just wake up and be like, they petty just on like, but also I think the petty too can be rooted in like the spirit of offense, right? So
mm,
it's like you're always just on go. You know, it's like,
yeah.
oh, you said my hair was out of place. Well, did I say that, your shoes was leaning to the side? And it's like, wait a minute. I was just telling you, sis, because I didn't want you to get on camera like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
whatever. Look, whatever. So it's like the older I get, I'm just noticing things and I'm just like, I don't know if I really want to give it my whole energy or I don't. Now, sometimes I will be petty for fun. Okay. There is a fun petty side of me. And
Yes.
I usually do it with my husband more than anything because he knows me, but there is like a little bit of petty in my bone where I'm just doing it for fun. Like I know like he'll be serious about something and then I'll just take it all the way left and be like, well, remember you said this, and then I'll run it down to him and he'll be like, well, I mean, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, I'm just playing with you, boy. Like, and then walk off. And he'd be like, why did I marry you? I'm like, because you love me. Like stuff like that. Sometimes I know I'm doing it just to like irritate him, or something like, well, nah, we got to shake it up. It's too boring right now. Like, let's just shake it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too, the birds singing and the sun shining. Let's shake it up a little bit. Sprinkle a little, la la la. But yeah, but I mean, like, truthfully, and then being petty takes a lot of energy.
It
Like,
does. That's a full-time job. If people could get paid to be petty, they'd probably be wealthy because to stay on your toes with the clapbacks, with the reads, with the this and that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm someone who catches everything. I catch all the
yes, you
shade, all the
do.
slight. I catch it all. I catch it
You
all,
don't
baby.
listen. Let me tell y'all, my girl Rondelle, okay, because it's a Rondelle Martin. She got her full government on here, okay.
I do.
Rondelle Martin, okay. You better know her name.
Period.
Catches because it's a household name anyway. We'll get into that later. But look, listen, she does not miss a thing. So the faith of a mustard seed is very small. Have y'all ever seen a mustard seed? If you haven't, I would encourage you to go to the store, look at one, Google it, order one on Amazon, whatever you got to do. Y'all, she catches the smallest. One day she said something and she was like, oh, did you peep that? I said, no. And she ran it back. I'm like, wait, who said that? That's why I said you got to have a watchman. Because
Yes.
listen,
I stay on my post.
she don't leave her post. I be like, dang, I missed that. And she don't miss like y'all, her discernment, her gift of discernment is chef's kiss. Like she don't miss nothing. I be like, it be me like la 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 la. And then Rondelle be like, but did you catch that? Oh no, I peeped that. I saw how they looked. I'm like, you did? When? It's me just like, roses and butterflies. Rondelle be like, But I will say she has taught me how to catch things. Okay,
Yeah,
like I'm doing better than when we first like started off as friends. I've gotten better. I've
you
gotten a lot
have.
better.
You
Thank
have.
you, thank you,
Because
thank you.
normally Whitney be like, I'm about to take me a nap, got me a
Yes,
snack, it's a great day. The Lord
yes.
has blessed me. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, I'm catching everything. I'm like, I saw that. I heard. And the thing that confuses people because I'm such like a home girl, basically, I'm kikiing, hee han with you, but I'm catching everything. I'm listening to everything. So they don't be realizing it and they just be going off, going in, laying it all out there. And I'm like, clock it. But I'm laughing while I'm doing that. I'm like, like, yeah, girl, clocking it while I'm laughing, like, so they just don't get it. I done picked it all up. Everything you put down,
she done picked it up, and I just be like, oh, for real? I'm like, now I'm over here like, oh, what? Now I want to be petty, right? So then it come out because she done picked it up. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so yeah. Long story short, get you a Watchman that's a friend.
Gotta have your friends that catch it all, honey.
Yes, yes.
But I think that's the best stance to take, because vengeance is the Lord's, but killing them with kindness, it's just funny to me. If nothing else, it's funny because they know they don't like you. They know that they're bothered by you and you're really being kind, and they're just like confused. Like, I think it's hilarious to watch.
And I'm genuinely like, I really am a nice person. Like, I'm a kind person. Like, if I got it, I'm going to give it to you. Even if I have to figure out, like, if you say you need something, I'm going to be like, oh, well, let me see if I can get it. I may not be able to get it in that moment, but, I will. I'll write things down.
That reminds me of a moment when Naquandra's another friend of ours, / I guess you could say business partner as well in a way. When she came to town for me and her to take pictures in November, we were talking about a Secret Santa that I'm hosting in my other community, Kingdom Girl Collective. Check us out, kingdomgirlcollective.org, and themomifranchise.com. But needless to say, we were talking about the Secret Santa, and she was like, oh yeah, I didn't finish signing up. So she was like, is Whitney doing it? I was like, yeah. She was like, I hope Whitney gets my name drawn because she ain't cheap. I was like, she's far from cheap. I was like, no, I want Whitney to get me. Whole time she got someone completely different. But this is that's how you want Whitney in your life. Okay, like, she is not cheap, she's not stingy. Now, she will use wisdom, but she is not afraid to sow. And I know we probably have that on the list of topics about sowing, but she is not afraid to sow. She's not someone that's going to be like, oh, I could get them something for $20 or 15. Let me get the 15 just so I save $5. No, she's gonna go ahead and just get the 20. Like, that's
I'm gonna find something for the 25, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna be like, now I know she wanted more than this. Like, she gotta. I know she ain't just do. Nah, what the? Now I'm over here trying to figure out, and I'm like, because the Bible says a cheerful giver, right?
Come on now.
And I just love giving. I love to see people happy, and just all the things, especially if I know you, and if I know you, that means that I know the things that you've been through. And so if it's something like a Secret Santa, I'm like, oh, I know my girl. Like, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, she done been through the fire, okay. So it's like, I'm going to go all out, because see, for me in friendships, like, I take them serious. Like, if I call you a friend, that means that we're locked in. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like, so that means that I take care of you, you take care of me. Like, my friendships are balanced. And then Rondelle taught me how to, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say the word because I've been struggling with this word, but she taught me how to put people in boxes.
Gonna have you all here for 5 minutes. Like, okay, now let's do this for the next time.
Yes, like, I promise y'all, like, I went to school and everything, but she taught me how to do that because, see, I lacked boundaries, and I'm a recovering people pleaser. So I was giving 100% of me to everybody, and some people weren't even giving me 25%, right? So now that I'm in a better place and space, I know how to divvy out me to people, because, I mean, to be honest, to know me is to love me.
Period.
I'm that girl.
You are that. We're both that girl. Like, period. But the one thing I admire about Whitney, she has this aura about her. Do we say aura in the kingdom, or is that one of them heebie-jeebie words?
Girl, I don't know, but the Lord's words are blessed in the name of Jesus.
Because you say certain words amongst the children of God, they're like energy, vibes, aura.
Because I've been called a witch too. Baby, I've been called a witch. I mean, just like, what? Like, if you know me, I'm always fighting with witches. Like, they just be like, pop, 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 and I'll be like, pop, pop, pop. Like,
she really be in the boxing ring spiritually. Like, really. But
I be like 1 week of sleep a month. Can y'all lay off of me for a little bit?
Okay, just give me a couple of nights of rest. That's all I need. That's all I need. But she has
Whew.
this welcoming, like this. I want to say magnetic. That's what it is. This magnetic aura about her. Like when you meet her, she just draws you in. She takes up space in the room. Like that's just how she is. So she ain't lying when she says to know her is to love her. Like for her birthday, y'all, we went all out. We went all out
Yes.
and surprised her, and
I'm
I was so
still mad at y'all.
we listen. I was excited because she was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a chill birthday and this and that," and I was like, "Oh, she's in for a treat because she don't even know what we planning behind the scenes." She's like, "I'm just gonna relax and watch movies with my bestie." I was like, "You think you finna relax and
Yeah,
watch movies
yes.
with
No, I was tired. I was tired. I'm like, oh, I'm a chill. And then one of my good friends actually had her pinning ceremony. She finished up school, nurse practitioner. Shout out to Nikki.
Hey,
Um, so she was up here for my birthday weekend, and I'm like, oh, it's her pinning ceremony. Like, oh my gosh, this is great. I get to see her and all the things. I'm trying to celebrate her. Meanwhile, a whole surprise birthday dinner is being planned behind my back in my own community. The
yes,
betrayal. Like, what? I was so mad at them. And then my best friend, like, she took me on like a little mini shopping spree in Sephora. Like,
the
it was
worst.
crazy work. But you know what? I needed it. I loved it. I appreciate it. I didn't expect it. I don't expect anything back. You know what I'm saying? Because some people have transactional relationships like that where it's
No,
like, oh, you gave me $20. All right, I'm about to give you $20. So, and it's like, it's not always that. It's literally just being like, oh, I'm just doing this because I see a friend in need. Like, I don't be looking
mhm,
for nothing back. Baby, it's people out here that probably will never pay me back, and not just monetarily, but just for the things that I have done for them. And I'm doing it because I want to see you succeed. I don't do it because I'm looking for something back. Like, baby,
mm,
I could care less because 9 times out of 10, I don't forgot that I done did
that's so true.
XYZ. The amount of consultations I've given out, business advice, and listen,
Mm,
not to toot my own horn, but I paid a pretty penny for my master's in business
come on,
administration
let the
with
people
a
know.
concentration in project management. Okay.
Yes.
I paid and am still paying a pretty penny for that degree.
Hmm.
So if I'm sitting with you and I'm talking to you, I'm giving you my time, not
Yep.
because I want something back, but because I'm like, maybe it's a lot of gatekeepers out here, right? So if
Hmm.
I can help a friend, because listen, if I call you a friend, if I can
Yeah.
help a friend, then that's what I'm gonna do. Now, granted, you're not gonna take advantage of me because I could peep that too. I know when you just coming around just to get the information
Hmm.
because the Lord loves me, so He'll be
Come
quick to
on.
be
Yep.
zip, book a consultation, work and learn session. They $75. That's
Come
cheap.
on. Come
Go
on.
book.
And if it's a friend, you want to sew into them because let's be real. Like, I'm a single mom, y'all, and I don't get no child support, none of that. And I work for myself. So every dollar that I make is pretty much, I guess you could say, unpredictable. It's not something where, not her taking a whole phone call, y'all, during the podcast, but it's pretty much like unpredictable in a way. And so it's really a sacrifice. Not to say it's not a sacrifice if you work a 9 to 5, but it's really a sacrifice for me because every dollar is at this point in my life still somewhat unpredictable, and I still will pay someone for their services. Now I might need a little bit more than a 2 or 3 payment plan. I might be like, hey, can we split that into 5 payments or something? But you will get paid though. I just might need a little bit more wiggle room. So I feel like, but I also feel like even just going back to the tit for tat friendship, like you said, or relationships, that's petty too because it's just like, why does it need to be tit for tat? Why? And then also understanding that like that friend might not be able to pay you back in the same way. It might look different or whatever the case may be. So that I think all of that is like levels of pettiness, and it just transcends into very toxic ways in relationships because I don't like feeling that pressure that comes with that tit for tat energy where it's like, because
Yeah.
I've been in friendships like that where it's like, well, I did so much for you, so when you gonna do this for me? Like it's your turn to do something for me now, and then the pressure is on because I might not be in that space where I can do something. So now I feel like a crappy friend. Now you looking at me like I'm a moocher and I took advantage of you when I never told you to do that stuff anyway. You chose to do
Right?
like it's just a whole bunch of
You
stuff.
chose this life.
So I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. Like pettiness can come in so many different ways, or even like what you said, people coming around just to get information. Like, why are you being petty like that? Because if I'm already not gatekeeping and I have a service or a product you could purchase, why not just purchase it? Like, why not so into me? You claim I'm your sis. You claim you're that okay. You claim we're friends. Wouldn't you want to see your friend's business thrive? Wouldn't you want to see me elevate? So, because if I elevate and you my friend, you gonna elevate.
Yeah, but some people don't like it when you do better than them. Oh, and I did take
Mm.
a phone call because my kid just got out of school. So I
Oh.
get the daily call. Like, I'm looking at the time like, okay, all right. But, because baby, we real around here. I told y'all we gonna be authentic, okay?
Okay.
But some people don't want to see you do better than them. So then the pettiness in them comes out with that, oh, you still doing that little business,
Ooh,
in the conversation. Oh, you still and hear us clearly when we say these be the saints. This is
come on
not
now.
people that are not believers. These are the saints that are doing this.
Mhm,
Oh, did you see her little podcast show, or are you still doing that? Or oh, she doing something else? Like, what
mhm,
don't she do? All of that like little subtleness, that's that tea that
mhm.
Rondelle be clocking. Like
Yes.
that's what Rondelle be clocking. I be clocking a little bit too, like, hold on. But that's what she clocked. She be like, oh, did you hear? They threw what is it? That nice nasty. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like that little
Yes.
nice nasty. So you gotta watch out for that. But y'all, it be the saints. I'm not
It
talking
be the
about people
worst.
that are not believers, like that are coming at you like they're supposed to be your sister in Christ and all this stuff. But then they won't share a post. They won't
Mhm,
like a post. Okay, they just be watching. They'll I mean, it's just a number of things.
mhm.
And petty does not have a box. It does not have a look, because people may look at us and be like, dang, well, we kind of are petty, so it's probably a bad example.
They probably a
But
little right.
they're probably a little right, like, oh, they petty. Or it'd be the person that it'll be the sweet person that you wouldn't expect to be petty, but throw the
Mhm.
most shade, but because
Come
they're
on now.
disguised as nice and giving all the time, but they
Yes.
be the ones that are really throwing it. And it's like, what did I do to you? But
Right.
that comes from unhealed trauma. That comes from
Mhm.
their own things, right? Because I know,
Insecurities.
yeah, I've had my things, like, and I've talked about this with Rondelle. Like, I've dealt with rejection, from like my dad, not even knowing, like, not that he necessarily rejected me, but things like that start in the womb, right? So I've dealt with a rejection spirit, an abandonment spirit, which also led me to like people pleasing, because I felt like, okay, if I do everything right, nobody's gonna leave me, right? If I'm so
Mhm.
nice to everybody, they're gonna like me. Baby, my own family don't even like me like that. So
Come
I'm like,
on.
if they don't like me and you don't like me, do I really care that you don't like me?
That
Because
part.
I got a whole family who don't give two craps about me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And who will tell a lie in a second, just because it's stupid.
Yep.
But I said all that to say the pettiness can run deep with the saints.
It do, especially when you talking about like the pettiness in the church or just in ministries in general, even if it's not attached to a church, of like not wanting you to have the stage, not wanting to support what you're doing. Even, I mean, we've talked about this even amongst ourselves. I'm sure we'll have a whole episode on this about not fitting the status quo of what a saint, a godly woman should look like. So, a lot of people would think that we're fence riders. We're lukewarm. We're not going hard enough for Christ because we're not tarrying in the spirit, crying and sliding down the wall 24/7. And we have a more homegirl approach to incorporating the scriptures in everyday life or whatever. But it's just like all those little things. So the shade of, like Whitney said, oh, y'all got this going on, y'all got that going on. Oh, you got so many subscribers on your YouTube. Oh, your podcast is actually succeeding. Oh, wow, y'all actually sold out of the retreat, or this and that.
Yeah.
Like all those, all those little things.
Surprise, surprise. Be shocked. Like, what? What, they praying? They want to do a
Okay.
prayer call? Like, I thought, baby, let me tell you, I used to did not like to pray. And it seemed like this year alone, I have prayed more than I can count. I have
Yes.
fasted more than I can count. And I'm like, Lord, what are you
And you
doing?
about to fast
You
again. You are. You said it in the group chat. Don't try to renege now.
I told you I should be catching everything.
Listen, because I don't always jump into the group chat because the girls be chatty, and I'm like, I'm here, but I'm not really here. But she was all on fire on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it was. She was like, "Yeah, we finna go in. The devil not gonna get me and my girls." Now look at her trying to reach her.
That's that
Trying to reach
introverted me. That's that introvert. I was like, yeah. And now I'm like, dang, it's really happening.
And in
But
the month, I'm gonna see about you. I'm gonna be
yeah, yeah.
what you eating.
Check on me, y'all. Check on when they look. This grinds my gears. Check on your people. What? Like what people? Like check on your man. It was just a fire down the street. Check on your people. My people don't live here though. So why am I checking? I hate people say that. Sorry. Like it just annoys me. But anyways.
That is so funny.
What
So
was I about to say? I done
I can't
forgot.
remember. I was saying how you
Y'all,
gonna be fasting. This is the social proof.
this is the social proof.
It's on air.
This is the social proof that I'm a real saint and I'm not lukewarm. This is the social proof. I'm sorry that I joke. Life, you have to find joy. We're gonna talk about that too. Like y'all, when I tell y'all we have so many things to talk about because what you're hearing now is me and Rondelle's voice notes. Like
Literally, it's
this
unhinged,
is
y'all.
it's unhinged. It's like I will never forget this one particular day. I think it was a Saturday morning, or was it a Sun? It was a Friday or a Saturday. I don't know. It was Saturday morning, and I was up, and I had got some news, and I messaged Rondelle, and it went from like, kid y'all not, it went from crying to jokes.
Yo, I remember that Saturday because what it was, we shouldn't have been joking about. Like this was
We
an
should not
actual.
be
Most
joking
people would
about
have
it.
been probably depressed about it for like a week or two. We literally were. I'm talking like crying, hollering, wheezing.
We done made shirts. We going on tour. Like, girl, what? Like, you gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes. And this is why I love our friendship because I literally can go to Rondelle with something so serious, like very serious. And she is gonna pray with me. She is gonna be like encourage me and all the things. But literally in the next 5 minutes, we're gonna be laughing. Because the thing is, I just look at it like people get devastating news every day. Life happens every day. I actually just put a post up on Instagram and said you choose joy or something like that. So I can either choose to be sad, upset, miserable about it, or I can just choose to be like, okay, it is what it is. We're gonna keep it moving. And that is really also that's a defense mechanism for me too. But that is really like
Really?
how yeah, girl, it's a defense mechanism. Part of it is, so we were talking about on the domestic violence panel,
Oh,
how like the first sign of trouble, I'm like, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
I'm not a person that like sticks around to see like what's going to happen.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, I believe you. Okay, block, 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 block. Like, I don't need to. Oh, second. Now, one person I kind of did give, and not necessarily a second chance, but it was just kind of like the circumstance. I understood.
Mm.
So I'm like, the person's gonna come back. Like, I'm not mad, no ill will, nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That situation was different. But if I see you tearing down my character or, anything that just gives me a red flag, even a pink flag at this point, I'm going block, 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 block. Because what are we doing? Like, I just
Listen.
told you I'm too old to be petty. Like, I'm trying to go take a nap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it. But also, I've just been in seasons where I was just sad. I was in miserable jobs, just toxic
Mm.
workplaces. And I've spent times where I'm like, I just can't get out of this rut. Like, it's just like thing after thing after thing after thing. It's like, my gosh, like, what? And it more so came like in work environments. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's just like, what is happening? Like, it's turning me into a different person, a person I don't want to be. So now that I'm in this season where I can laugh about things, like I can smile about things, like some things that will literally break people, I'm just like, okay, well, take it to the Lord. I'm
No,
just
seriously.
I'm just in a different space because when you mature in Christ, you just have something different now. And that's not to say like if something like super, super devastating was to happen, I don't know how I'm gonna react. You know what I'm saying? You never know until you get to that place. But it's like, you never know how you're going to react until you go into a situation. Like,
That's true.
period. You just don't know, because you may just be like, even the situation that I went through this year, like, I didn't know how am I going to react to that. I stayed quiet. I'm still quiet, but the old me wouldn't have been quiet, but you just never know. And people may look at that like, dang, she a punk. She ain't, did this or this. But I just told y'all, I'm too tired to be petty. I'm going to take a nap. And the Lord said, vengeance is mine. So if I'm really calling myself a true believer and follower of Christ, why am I not? This is the perfect time to practice. When somebody is tearing your character down, when somebody is literally tearing your character down, the perfect time to practice what Christianity really is, because you really want to go bop, 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 bop. But the Lord is like to sit. Rondelle, have you ever had to sit still when you wanted to just we some head busters? We some head busters.
That has been me several times over. And it's like, what in the world? Like, you want, like you said, you want to throw hands, you want to cuss folk out, you want to air people's dirty laundry, you want to do the whole nine. And God is like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Because it's a bad spiral. And honestly, like, when I think back on the times where I did do that, it was so stressful. Like, the pettiness wasn't even worth it at the end of the day. My blood pressure was high. Now it's a receipt battle. Oh, you said this, you said that. I got receipts. I got more receipts. And you tearing each other down on Facebook and this and that. Then other people get involved. And it's not even worth all that. I'd rather just be silent and just block. I'm not much of a blocker, though. Now, in my dating life, I'm a block. Oh, baby.
Oh, you will. Absolutely. Girl, I'm like, dang, you blocked that.
She's like, she didn't even give Buddy a second. Block, like,
no.
I keep a roster, y'all. We gonna talk about that on another episode. But but in my friendships and business relationships and stuff, not business is a little different because I like things to be in writing, so I think it's easier to get in and out of stuff. But but in my friendships, I'm more so
signed a friendship contract, just so y'all know we did sign a friendship contract.
Like, we really were like, you need to interview your friends. Like, you need to know who you like. What do you need out of a friend? Can I fill this role, or is this too much for me? Because I'm gonna back out now. I'm never gonna hit with the okey doke again, like I did 3 years in a row with friendships. I said, that's it. I'm interviewing people. I'm letting them know this is the type of friend I am. Low maintenance, no BS, no da da da. Just boom, and we just rock with it. We just go with the flow. But I'm just like, yeah, I just can't. In my friendships, I'll faster just like fall back. Because Whitney knows I'll ghost the conversation quick, even in the group chat. I'll jump in, hey y'all, hope you're having a great day. Favor is yours, and I'm gone. Like, I leave them to keep talking. I do not stick around, none of that. So I'll be quick to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna show my face. Hey, how y'all doing? Be blessed, and I'm gone. Like, so I don't block. I fade into the abyss. That's
yes, ran off on the plug twice. Hey, that'd be Rondelle, like. She'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just working. I'm just, whatever. I'd be like, oh, okay. Hilarious. Gotta love her. Gotta love her.
You do. Look, when you get around us, like Whitney said earlier, you're gonna love us or you're gonna hate us. We're a lot. So you're either gonna be in stitches or you're gonna be like, they doing too much. Like, we've been around both types of people where it's like they doing too much. But I think most people are entertained. I think 90% of people like us. The other 10%, they just need to laugh more. T-shirts come in. Laugh more, saints.
Yeah. Yes. As a matter of fact, let me try to. Oh, I do got some shirts. Let me make that happen.
So yeah, Whitney's gonna get them T-shirts together. Long story short, she gonna get them together. Y'all, this recording is just it's been giving us a run for our money. So I think that's a sign we're gonna wrap this episode up. And she over here dancing. Because listen, my throat's getting dry. I need to suck me a cough drop, make some tea.
Girl, that's why I got all these beverages. Like, you would think that
she's like, let's go. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to take a break.
Go, I'm a robot.
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to hide in my car. Girl, when COVID was out, when COVID was in its prime, you would be so scared to cough. Like I remember one time I was in Walmart shopping, I had to cough for my life. I had to cough something serious. I was trying to hold it in so bad, my eyes were watering and stuff. Because I was like, if I cough, people gonna think I got COVID. And I really was just like choked up, like it wasn't COVID. And I eventually coughed. Everybody turned and looked at me in the aisle, like I was hot, like she got the Rona. Just like I swear, y'all, it's not the 19. I'm just a little choked up right
It's
now.
not the 19. It's not the 19, y'all. It ain't the 19. They first of all, they was being petty for even looking at you.
Thank you. I'm like, a sister can't clear her throat nowadays. Everything got to be
No.
the virus. Like,
Yeah, it does. That's how I look at people anyway. Like you too close to me, I'll be like,
look, you talking about them and you one of them. No.
yeah, I am. Because you cough, I'd be like, you okay? It's me. You need a mask. Carry a mask around. You need a mask. Because people be out here wild. People
They
be out here
do.
full blown positive COVID results. Like I'm going to get my noodles, girl. You
Like,
don't
what? If you don't Walmart Spark, okay,
listen and tip your driver, okay?
please do, because I'm one of them. So please, please,
Yeah, right. Because I can say I'm one of them too. Uber Eats, baby, tip
yes,
me,
tip your Uber
gang,
Eats
gang.
drivers. Don't say.
Yep, I think it's time to wrap this up. Yeah, we're
Yes, we
getting
gonna wrap
weary.
this up.
Yeah. Bring it back in.
Okay, we bringing it all the way back in. So y'all, let us know your thoughts. Do you think it's a sin to be petty? Do you feel like God gives us grace in the moments where sometimes you like, I just gotta let this person know? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and share this with a friend. Like I said, we will see you on the next episode. And that is a wrap. Bye.
Bye.